ring is set. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to keep tensions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest from NAWA Big Time Pro Wrestling is set for one fall. Introducing first, he is from Seagoville, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Crash. His opponent is from right here in Waxahachie, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe the Show Peace. Your referee for this contest, the Dean of Texas Wrestling Officials, Mr. Rick Manning. And may I introduce our bell ringer for tonight, the lovely Miss Kelly. One fall contest.
Ring it, darling.
That should be motivation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this one is underway. It's Joe the Show Peace against someone who I believe this is his first time in NAWA, but certainly not his first time in the wrestling ring. A gentleman by the name of Crash. Killer Tim Brooks now at ringside with me. And Killer, this Crash is a tough customer. I know that for a fact.
I tell you what, he's a true competitor. He's not new at this game. He knows what he's doing. He's been around. You can watch the way he moves. He's not going to turn his back on Joe Peace, and he is on the attack right now.
Well, it would certainly serve Joe Peace well to not turn his back on Crash either.
That's for sure.
Boy, look at him go.
Crash is right on him, isn't he?
Boy, he certainly is, from corner to corner, pillar to post, and he is working over the show. Now Crash going into the midsection.
Joe needs to muster up some kind of a comeback on Crash. You can't continue to get a beating like that. He won't last long.
Well, I'll say this for Joe the Show Peace. He certainly has the support of these fans. Many of them are from the greater Waxahachie area, some from out of town, but they know about Joe the Show. And Crash, he just muscled him down to the mat there.
You're right, Rob. Joe does have a pretty good crowd following. He went to high school here in Waxahachie. He's a local high school boy. He went to play football here, and local boy, and he's got a good following, good crowd following.
Well, he's going to need every bit of that following right now because Crash is just working him over like nobody's business. But look at this. Joe Peace turning him around, kicking him in the midsection time after time. One more time, Crash sagging in the corner, and now Peace driving in the knees, got him hooked. Looks like we're going to have a suplex here, and we do.
Quick snap suplex, a pin.
Leg
He hooked
hook.
his leg, he covered him good, but he kicked out.
Yeah, still too early in the match, I think. Both men are still very fresh. No fatigue showing whatsoever, although as the match goes on, that will prove to become a factor. Irish whip now by Crash. Clothesline, oh my
That
goodness.
was right in the throat. Did you see that?
Well, I certainly did. Nearly dropped him right on his head there.
Nice leg drop, also called guillotine, also called a garbage compactor.
Yes, indeed. And I remember the master of the Texas Trash Compactor, Black Bart. What a fun athlete he was.
Black Bart, what a name.
Now Joe the Show seems like he doesn't quite know where the show is right now, as Crash, he has just made it almost completely about his offense here in this match.
He hasn't given up. He hasn't given up very much to Joe Peace, has he?
No, he certainly hasn't. Joe laying across that second rope, and here comes Crash, crashing down on top of Peace. And that'll cause considerable damage to the throat and elbow drop like that.
Drop to the back.
Now Crash on top, 1, 2, and Joe Peace manages to twist his way out of that one. And now,
look at
digging
him, right
into
in the eyes. Look at
down
that.
into the eyes. And he put those hands under the chin right when Rick Manning came into view. Crash has been in the business a few years. He knows the ins and outs. He knows what he can get away with.
Crash knows if he puts out Joe Peace's headlights, he can't see to go nowhere.
Oh, absolutely. And it is Crash firing in a hard right hand.
Joe's fighting back from underneath. He's coming back a little. Crash just cut him off with a smash.
He certainly did. And now Crash has a variation of a side headlock on Peace. He's pulling back on it, pulling back on the neck and the upper back.
See him push his head down into the mat. Look at him. Look.
Well, that's punishment right there.
He scrubbed his face right into the mat.
Well, only a 2 count there. Joe the Piece still with plenty of gas in the tank. Joe the Showpiece, I should say. And Crash coming off the ropes. Let's see what he's going to do here. Jumping elbow drop.
Nice elbow drop.
Looked like he had the point of the elbow right in the chest.
He got 4 or 5 feet high on that, Rob.
He sure did. He got some great elevation on that.
Yes, he did.
Wasn't enough to put Peace away, though. Now Crash pulling back on the chin.
Got a reverse chin lock there. He's got his knee in his back.
Referee Rick Manning in there asking Peace if he wants to quit and Joe the Show. He's too much of a competitor for that. Big forearm to the chest there by Crash.
This is a pretty good match here. You got an older guy that's a veteran in Crash, really knows what he's doing. You got a younger guy, Joe Peace. And Joe Peace is he can take it and he can also dish it out. He's just Joe Peace is not as sure about things as Crash is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the relative experience of the two.
Exactly.
Joe the Show only in the business about, 4 or 5 years. Crash has been in it for 14, so he knows what to do in that ring. Oh, look at that, though. Great arm drag by Peace.
Joe Peace would be in it 4 years and absolutely the most.
And now he's got an arm bar on Crash. Joe the Show turning things around here, and let's see if he can maintain the momentum.
Crowd's backing in there.
We can hear the chants. They're chanting, "Let's go, Joe."
They're backing him, aren't they?
They certainly are, and I think Joe Peace has really slowed down the tempo of this match. It was all going Crash's way, but now since Joe the Show is on top with that armbar, he's controlling it.
Yeah, Joe Peace took it down to the mat, too. They're working their way back up, but Joe Peace did slow the tempo down and took it down to the mat.
Arm drag by Crash,
Good
but
move
Joe
for
the
Joe
Show.
Peace.
Hey, he held on there like a pit bull.
Yes, he did.
Like a pit bull clamping his jaws
Took
down.
him right
not
over,
letting
didn't
go.
he?
Certainly did. So once again, it's Joe Peace maintaining control here. Crash getting back up to his feet. Still on one knee.
Joe Peace is going for an overhead wrist lock there. He's got it locked in pretty nice.
Let's see if Crash can get
Got
out of this.
control of him.
Backed into the corner.
I'm very surprised that Crash broke clean out of that.
Yeah, one would have thought Crash would have thrown in an elbow on the break.
Referee's warning Joe about something. I'm not sure what. I didn't see Joe do anything.
I think there's a suspicion that Joe might have grabbed the hair from behind, of course.
I think that's what Crash is trying to say. If he did, I didn't see it. He could have, but I did not see it.
I think the referee was screened out of that as well, so Crash was trying to talk him into believing that's what happened.
Just do it. It's just
Oh, just do it, just shut your mouth. Those are the words from
Test the
Joe the
strength
Show.
here.
He is a threat.
Couple of big guys. 6'5" Peace, 6'2" Crash. Locking hands now. We're going to find out which is the stronger man here and how much leverage is going to play into this.
Joe's got the upper hand right now. He's got Crash down there.
Bending those fingers backwards, but Crash gets back up to a vertical base.
Crash is trying to make a move here. Let's see what he does.
Oh, look at this. He just drove Peace down to his knees. Oh, stomped on that hand.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
That's one thing you really
Look at
need
him,
to
look
look
at
out
him. He's Crash very satisfied with that move he just made on Joe.
for. Well, for good reason. It did the trick, that's for sure. But he's yanking the leg out from under Crash. Drags him out of the corner.
Here we go. Oh, he's going for the Boston Crab. I don't know if he's going to get it or not, but he's trying for
Trying
it.
to get him turned
It's a
over.
double leg crab. He's got it.
He does. He's got it.
That could be a submission right there. Oh, those, I'm going to tell you what, those Japanese wrestlers, they love that double leg Boston Crab.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Yes. Oh, they love that move right there.
Very, very effective.
Nice
Crash was able to get out, but it's Peace on top of the cover.
2 count. Crash kicked out there. Real
Just barely a
strong.
2. Now Joe the Show with a rear
First
chin lock.
What's that, Crash?
Let's go, Crash!
And once again, Joe Peace slowing the match down to his tempo.
Got him back down on the mat.
Driving him down. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Hooking his leg. He's around his neck.
Looks like he's got a half scissor.
You know, Joe Peace has got the right idea. You know, you can control a man or a beast if you can get him around the neck. You can tell the strength of a beast or a man by the size of his neck.
Well,
If you can control a man's head and his neck, Rob, you can keep control of him.
well, where the head goes, the body has to follow.
Yes, you're exactly correct. That is right.
On a jawbreaker there by
Nice
Crash.
jawbreaker.
That's probably the only way he could get out of that hold. Crash going after Peace. Peace looks a little woozy there.
He's on top of Joe now. He's got him in that corner. See what he's going to do here.
Trying to pull Joe Peace away from
Joe's
that
trying
corner.
to get away from him. Isn't he? See, that kick was right there in Joe's ribs.
Yeah, that's got to hurt something fierce.
Yes. That's real sticking right in the rib.
Now Crash picking up Joe Peace. Gonna go for a body slam here. Great authority on that one, and let's see what Crash is going to do now.
On that body slam. Ooh.
Oh well, he went.
Good move,
Looked like he was going for a blockbuster, but Joe Peace got out of the way.
Yes, he did. He's lucky he did. He did a good thing there, Rob. That would have finished him off.
Oh, and Crash says, "Wait a minute, let's talk about this." Then he fires in a right hand, misses, and the Peacemaker from Joe Peace, 2 and 3, and there you go. The Peacemaker does it.